welcome. Let's have tea. How are you doing? How is the week going? How has it been so far? I hope everything is fine now. I've been busy in the course of the week, but there's something that I've seen online going on. Joey Akan, who is a Nigerian and somebody that is supposed to be a custodian of the African music. And this gentleman is funny enough starting a certain conversation that we are too tired to have with them. The Ghanaian drill, which is Asakaa drill, apparently this man wants to make it look like they've been doing it. And then there's this young man at their music, what Olele Salvador say, "Nee, nee, nee, let me school you." So there's this back and forth going on between this man and Oyele Salvador, and Oyele Salvador so also the fact god. He'll go and put evidence right now, statistics and data. And then he was, he did such a beautiful job. I like I in and out of conversation, I would see it, I'll check it, I'll come back, I'll do all of that. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. I mean, he's handling the conversation pretty nice and it was great. Now, when this thing happened, or when this conversation was going on, I was waiting. I'm like, okay, let me see what um will happen, or let me see how far um our pioneers, I won't say pioneers, our gatekeepers, those that know the history of the music, especially the Ghanaian drill, or even music generally, those that have been actively involved in music and can actually bring data and fact to debunk this guy. Why when I make come once I'm talking about Hammer, Ting, where your Ting, and Zapmale, Sadiq, Kewa, Panji, Beat Menace, Reggie Rockstone, Grandpapa, Ochame Kwame, and all. But all these people were quiet. They were all quiet, and I'm like, is it that we don't like to protect our own, or when it matters, we don't really care? Like, at the end, they say, we will sit down and watch, and then everything will pass by before we'll talk about it, or what really it is. I think that the problem here with Ghana, and at the end, say, we like to sit when we have to defend our own and tell our stories. We like to sit and watch and let people tell our stories. If you remember very well, High Life or Hip Life, somebody did a documentary on Hip Life, and that one to start the whole conversation. And some people that were supposed to be instrumental in the Hip Life thing were left out. We didn't need BBC to come and tell our story for us. Trust me. There are so many great filmmakers, people that have followed the industry for years, for in fact for decades, that know who is instrumental to who can tell the real story, and then we'll put it out. But once again, as Ghanaians, we sat down, waited for somebody outside to come and do the documentary, and then now we'll come and talk about it. This young guy, Olele Salvador, was doing back and forth, and I was hoping that people like the hammer, say, beauty, you don't know. But all these people were quiet. I'm hoping that as time goes on, they will come and speak about it. Let them know that no, there are people that actually gatekeep the industry for us. But so far, it is this young guy that is doing the back and forth. Now, since the conversation is even about Asaka and the Ghanaian draw and all of that, I was hoping one person that will stand on his feet and make us know that, yo, Nigeria, don't even dare. That's your 419 crook life. Don't even dare with us. It will be DJ Slim. So I was waiting. I was like, there's no way I'm doing a video without DJ Slim coming to talk first, because DJ Slim has been very instrumental in this whole um Asaka movement and when it started and the way Ghanaians, the division that came and all of that. But he has been that backbone of the Asaka movement and been pushing it all over. But unfortunately, DJ Slim came, and DJ Slim is also talking about the fact that if Ghanaians, the Nigerians wanted to take the drill and own it, we can't do Fuku. That's I'll come to it. I agree with him 100%. We can't do Fuku. Clearly, we can't. But I was thinking this is where he will seize the moment and school people and teach and let us know the 411 of it. But this was the time to draw the line. Make it look like when the Asaka thing started, some people in Accra did not support it, some people in Kumasi supported. So right now we don't have the right to defend it. First of all, I agree partially on that side. Yes, when it started, Ghana 4 years sound for now. If we are not the pioneers of something, we don't want to support it. And surely there were conversations that if these boys did not stand firm and stand strong, Like, nah, they would have been out of the system longest time. But at this point, where another country is coming to pick on Momo dear no Ohana Mobeko, Sebe Mukwa or Abonti soon Tamako. This is the time we have to present a united front, school the outsiders, let them know that no, let's shape the narrative for ourselves. But here we are, what we are doing is we are divided in-house, trying to DJ Slim. This is the time. In fact, I was waiting for DJ Slim to come and school with Asakaa. Hey, just slim by or say on befa. Now that part, let me address it. Yes, on befa. Music or just being the one that started something is not enough to own it. What is I say when I'm yes, they find a hit. Nigerians can pick it and make it a big thing. There are things that we have to do, things that are done to protect a certain genre. You see the way Afrobeat has become a globally accepted thing. It didn't happen by mistake. Oh, and I say they didn't just keep doing the music and then it got accepted. Oh, there were structures that have been built around it. Do you think it's just automatic that they started doing Afro Nation, or there was this what do you call official UK Afrobeat charts and then US charts for Afrobeats, all of that, all those things, they are ways or Billboard RIAA, all these things are structures we put in place to protect a certain genre and make sure that there is longevity for that genre. If Nigerians want to do it for the drill song and claim it, they will do it simple. Ghanaians, I keep saying, "Yeah, the kasa, yeah, the kasa ne, but DJ Slim being somebody that knows this was the time to actually shape the conversation. At least, if not for anybody, we don't come be a crime for we the youngsters that are on Twitter that we don't really know what else you got. See me, I followed Asakaa since 2020, almost 30 years, but they just them you were in it, so you know something that I might not even know. So this was the time that you will back Olele Salvador. I think the only person I saw backing Olele Salvador was Kwame Dancy. You will back Olele Salvador. I don't know where Portfolio 2 was. These were your theft. It looks like there are a certain small pains that we feel in the industry so much so that when we have to come together and present one united front, we can present it. Also, yes, Accra, yeah, the boys still here more. It's me can empower Accra system, yeah, the boys thing it's like I really don't know what the plan was with Accra, but it's like we were counting the days where they would disappear. And unfortunately for us, they've been able to sustain and keep the momentum so much so that now it is the Grammy that is sort of giving them some form of, yeah, okay, we are in for this thing kind of leverage. But we really didn't see anybody trying to create any system that will protect that Asaka drill thing. All we knew was, and what they are doing is too foreign. What they are this, what they are this, what they are that. Always, we are looking for ways. At the end, never started where we never protecting. We are looking for ways to destroy it. So that side, I agree with DJ Slim, but this is not the time. Basically, this is not the time to come and fight within ourselves and come and show the world that there's a problem amongst us when it comes to the identity of the draw and who is supposed to be supporting. No, 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 no. And really, this is not the now. This is not the now. Let us move, educate, shape the narrative for ourselves. If I by this time, we should be telling our story in our own way. Documentary be a pie on our Asakaa boys, how we started. So that should be known. Somebody somewhere who doesn't know about the Ghanaian. Do you think it was a mistake? Grammy said Ghanaian drill. Do you think it was a mistake? They could have said African drill and then left it for Nigerians to claim it for themselves. But they said Ghanaian drill because there's something substantial that these boys have built that they haven't seen in that Nigeria. They haven't seen it in that Nigeria. So Obi Obe claiming be our ultimate claiming. But Nigerians have the tendency of taking something and making it their own. So this is where we are supposed to be talking and teaching and shooting documentaries and pushing things that will shape the African narrative that Ghanaian doing that division that started in the beginning. No, let's let it go. Let's let it pass. People are still pained. Let's move on. Way didn't say end or new corner the akano. So this is what I'm thinking. Olele did a beautiful. So Akwanwa Bing, he did a massive job, and this was the time. But this is the time I'm expecting all these pioneers now. They think that Ghanaian music should be protected. No, if you think high life is the only thing that should be protected, if Tina said being penny phone, they haven't said anything. I'll really be surprised at them because the Ghanaian drill too is something that has started from Kumasi, and clearly the Grammy or people outside think that it should be protected. So why are we at home fighting and not protecting it? This is what I think about the matter. Anyways, subscribe, share, and this has been T with the Talkative. I am the Talkative.